between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with their opponents. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A tough spot here along their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Another catch there for Waddle. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jackson now. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. This is caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson His second touchdown on the season. And the Barons march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Barons 7, Vikings nothing. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Bond going to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It got his man. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Barons.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Touchdown! Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Barons have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Barons 14, Vikings 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off right around the 43.
Bring it!
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Barons add 6 to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Vikings 7. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
A give. This is Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Mon. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mon. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Now, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down and goal. Mon forced out to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He's going to go up top again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. And a huge play that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talent, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 11.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mon looks to throw. Going up top. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota.
At the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Mon. He'll buy some time right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Mon looks to throw on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Mon. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A give for Taylor running right side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mond. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cook. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. He's got Smith here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Just a yard to go here on second down. Now Mon. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll keep it on the ground. Butler. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready. 33. Hello. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Mike 53. Let's go, D. Go red. 53 spot. Check 53 spot. You must be getting shot.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Mon. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Here we go. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Rush. 29 is Mike. Mike.
Mon going to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
51, Mike 51.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mond out of the shotgun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys are going to take the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon? Because He softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Jackson here, he's going to look to, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's set. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
For the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Here's Mon. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And if the Vikings can take care of business on the extra point, they will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 29, Jackson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Jackson from the shotgun, sliding out of the pocket. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Flushed out right. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone. And
for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mond. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mond looks to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Mon looks to throw on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Jackson rolling to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rondale Moore, 27 yards. And the Barons have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Escaping the pressure, and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Now Mon. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And that, not at all what they were hoping for. He does stop the clock, but it eats up precious time and winds up losing yardage. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got to complete to Waddle, and he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Eluding the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw